There's a rational case to be made for seasonality in Bitcoin's prices. In other words, when it's winter, some people might be focused on crypto because there's not much to do. When there's summer, people aren't really that interested in crypto, and so prices might not do that well. Now let's have a look at the historical monthly returns of Bitcoin and see if we can find some patterns. So we've got two ways to display this. At the top, we've simply got the different years in individual lines. So the y-axis is the return, the x-axis is the month of the year. But what I think is even more useful is this table here at the bottom. We see all of Bitcoin's price history starting from 2009 all the way to today. And whenever a month is positive, it's highlighted in green. Whenever a month is negative, it's highlighted in red. And so there are clearly months that tend to be more bullish than others, especially in the recent past, right? The recent past is at the top. The early days are at the bottom. So we are currently in September. And so far we have lost in September. And that seems to be a somewhat reoccurring theme in the last 7 years, right? Septembers aren't that strong. The same is true for August. Most performances in August haven't been that great. Now the October is interesting, right? We have seen double-digit returns almost every single year. And that's for the last 9 years. The November used to be pretty good, but had quite some weak years recently. Now let's look at a slightly different representation of the same data. What we've got here in addition is the average and the median return per month. Now I like the median returns because averages can get very much skewed due to outliers, especially in the early days, right? When Bitcoin was able to gain 172% in a single month. So the average isn't necessarily as representative as the median return. Again, Septembers don't seem to be too great, a median return of minus 6.3%. But Octobers are very interesting, plus 27.7%. This needs to go to 1 million, or March buyers now will make millions. This is how you get the clicks on YouTube, but this is not how you beat the market. To beat the market in crypto, you need to be better informed than the rest. You need to be better skilled than the rest. You need to do better blockchain analytics. You need to track other people's wallets and know what is the smart money doing. It's the boring educational content that forms skill that doesn't perform so well on YouTube though. That's why I created the premium membership. Feel free to check it out. We are tracking influencer wallets to find out what they are buying before promoting this on YouTube. We've got a lot of tutorials to help with on-chain analytics, to help with wallet discovery. And of course, there are also plenty of chats where we help each other, and also one-on-one conversations with me. So I'm messaging every premium member one-on-one directly. Once you're joining, you will get a message from me and you have the opportunity to directly pick my brain. Feel free to check it out. thebitcointrader.com, link is down below. And so for the stock market, there's this saying, right? Sell in May and go away. For Bitcoin, it seems to be the October or the November. October is historically the best month. November is still positive, but especially in the recent years, that hasn't been that clear anymore. Only 2 out of 11 instances had been negative for October. We can also look at this in terms of quarters. October, November, and December is the 4th quarter. It tends to be the best quarter by far. The median return is 57%. So again, most returns tend to be made in winter when people have time to speculate with crypto. The other months seem to be not that great, and especially Q3, so summer and autumn of the year. That's where the median return was even negative. For all other quarters, we see positive returns. Now let's see how strong this seasonality effect actually is. Let's have a look at the median returns weekly, and let's aggregate those returns. So here we look at the weekly returns, first week, second week, third week, etc. We can go all the way to the 52nd week. And let's take again the median return, not the average return. And let's plot this on a graph. This is how that looks like. It's not that obvious at what week in the year we turn negative. Now we can multiply those returns, right? When you hold over a certain period of time, when are we potentially going up or down? When we multiply this, this is how it looks like. So some periods of the year seem to be clearly bullish. We tend to go clearly up between the 39th week to the 44th week. During the rest of the time, we still tend to trend upwards, but not as quickly. So it starts in week 39 which is the 23rd of September, and it finishes in week 44, which is the 28th of October. So on a monthly basis, the September doesn't look that great, but it seems to be just the first half, the first 2/3 of September. At the end of September, we tend to already do relatively well up until the end of October. Again, when we look at the weekly returns. Now, I'm personally not going to trade based on that data because especially for selling, there seems to be no real good time. But in case you're completely underallocated, in case you don't have any crypto whatsoever, and you want to diversify, say your stock portfolio, etc., it seems like the end of September, 23rd of September, is where the first returns tend to be made in general. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. In case you've got Telegram, then you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below. Looking very much forward to chatting with you.